Joe, what's going on, man?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. It's Thursday already again, man. Here we are. Feels like just
It's
yesterday, you
Thursday
know?
morning. It's Proper Cup of Joe. This is the show where we get together every Thursday morning. We talk about snakes. I don't have any, and I've got a lot of questions for Adam, who does.
The
So, Proper
essence
Cup
is
of
the
Joe, thanks for
questions that
tuning
you
in,
have.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the essence of the questions you have, not that you don't have snakes. That's not the topic. That's not the point. Wouldn't want somebody to be like, well, I'm out of here.
I do. Yeah, I did have a little pause in there before I said I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's up, man? Did you have a good week?
I had a good week. I was vending in La Crosse, Wisconsin on Saturday, and then I head out this past Saturday, and then I'm heading out to Madison, Wisconsin this Sunday.
Madison. Now, you've been there before, right?
I haven't. Brand new.
I should have said you haven't been there before.
I have
because
not.
I don't remember you ever being there.
Brand new market for me. I'm excited. So a few things when I go into a new market, I advertise. So I've got ads flooding the airwaves of for Proper Royals in Madison, but I like looking at the business metrics or demographics of the town. So I'm not talking about like religion, culture, skin color, any of that. I'm talking about how much average money do they make? What kind of lifestyles do they live? And do I think that they're going to have luxury money? And by lifestyles, if the primary work is or the primary living spaces are small go lifestyles, that fits reptiles really, really well. If somebody doesn't have time to walk a dog 5 times a day, they might want a reptile.
Okay, interesting. You've made this, and you've learned this how?
Oh, just asking unending questions to Google and Chat GPT.
Okay. All right. Interesting. So so the lifestyle is go, no time for regular pets.
Right. Smaller homes per square foot too. So people are living in condos, apartments. It's a college town. It's academia. They're coming, they're going. These people need ball pythons in their lives.
Now, is this proven? Like, not proven, but is this a tested theory?
The more tested that I like is a fairly large metro area above 300,000 people. And I forget the exact numbers, but I always look at percentages rather than the actual number. But an average income above a certain echelon usually proves pretty well. There's fairly few exceptions. Now, I could do well in a different setting, like La Crosse, Wisconsin, for example, doesn't meet any of the things I'm talking about.
Okay.
But it's close to home and it doesn't cost much. And it's sort of my region. I should be present there. Whereas Madison, I've got to get a hotel. I'm not going to have people that are like, hey, I could come by in a week and pick this up if I could put a deposit down. Like Madison's got to be all or nothing. So when I look that way, it fits a little bit better. Like I had a great weekend this weekend in La Crosse. So I'm not knocking La Crosse. Normally doing that research, I probably wouldn't have driven 5 hours to do the La Crosse show. I am going to drive 5 hours and get a hotel and do the Madison show.
Okay. And so does Madison meet the town? Like, is there 300,000 people there?
Yeah, it's a big college town. That's the UW, the Madison, man. That's and
that's right. Yeah.
It's got some. It doesn't have surrounding suburbs, but the surrounding suburbs of Milwaukee are in adjacent to what would be Madison suburbs. So
you
got this. I think it's called like Janesville, It's either Rockville or Rockford, Rock something. Somebody will know. I should know. And Beloit that are all right there. And then Milwaukee is just down the road too. So you start going, wait a minute, there's a whole lot of people here.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Madison before? I mean, just visiting?
No, never been to Madison, never been to Milwaukee. I got to check it out. Yeah.
College towns are nice, I think.
Aren't they?
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, and what about
See here, check this out. You got Rockford, Waukesha. How can I leave out the people from Waukesha, man? You got to remember them, and then Milwaukee as well.
And then what kind of show is it? Like, is it like it's just a big reptile show? It's like a Repticon, or what is it?
It's the promoter's called Scaled Up Exotic or Scaled Up Expos, excuse me, Scaled Up Expos. Here's what I like, Joe. Really counter to most people's views of doing shows. Super short show. VIP is at 10 a.m. General admission at 11. By 3 p.m. it's done. You're out.
Okay.
Get in, get out. You want to buy something, speak up, and that's it. So like, I'll tell my friends in Florida, and they're like, "You do all that work for a 5-hour show?" And I'm like, "What if I told you you could do all that work and be done in 5 hours?" And they're like, "Oh, that's a different way to look at it." You know?
Yeah, right. And I mean, yeah, what is the point of having a longer show? I guess to have more people, but I mean, if you know when it stops, you get there when you get there, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. And so if it's a 2 or a 3 day show, sure, if you totally can't come one day, maybe the next day you can make it. But otherwise, like, I don't need people to have a 9-hour window. You want to get like, if you're an enthusiast, get here, you know?
Yeah, be enthusiastic if you're an enthusiast.
So
get there early. Wait, so is it over 2 days?
No, 1 day.
No, it's 1 day. It's 1 day. Okay. Right,
1 day, man. That's it. So and it's at a Marriott Convention Center, which I have no idea. I've never seen the venue. It could be a really crappy Marriott, I guess, but usually Marriott Convention Centers are pretty good venue too.
Yeah, you'd think a Marriott Convention Center in Madison, Wisconsin, a pretty substantial town, is gonna be all right. That's good. Yeah. Do you know how many vendors are gonna be there?
No, although, so this is interesting. Now, this is the word of the promoter, who I trust. I like these promoters a lot, and actually, I really like the promoters. I took a lot of their shows off last year, but I like hanging out with Dylan and Brittany. I hang out with them. I go have dinner usually if I'm in town before the show. I like to have dinner with them. I need the ins and outs of the loading and unloading. Okay, but they said it's not small. It's a convention center, but they sell out their vendor spots because there's not a huge amount of space. And the pitch was, we still get a ton of people because of Madison, Milwaukee, Waukesha, but the vendors cap out, so less competition. I have no idea if that's true or not, but I'm of the belief, you get me in the room, I'm on my own at that point. Like, it's my business. All the vendors you can. I want to be the guy that people come see. I'll advertise. I'll sit on Thursday mornings with Joe and talk about it at 6:30 in the morning. Like, I'll do the work, you know.
Now, now you said your ads are out on the airwaves. What exactly does that mean? What you doing you're doing ads on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, or what?
Yeah. So Meta platforms have Meta platforms, Facebook and Instagram. Everybody, I'm sorry, I have some allergies this morning. I've been trying to clear the system. You might hear a little odd noise from time to time, but so I post on Meta and Facebook and Instagram. And basically, you got to be really careful because I can advertise a reptile show, but I can't advertise reptiles for sale. You get what I'm saying? There's a little nuance there.
Sure.
So it's sort of the old joke, like, tell me you're selling reptiles without telling me you're selling reptiles.
Right. Yeah. You're saying, oh, I'm going to be there. Come and meet me or whatever.
Yeah. And and I post pictures of the animals. Yeah. I'll be at this reptile expo. And then I could say things like, check out full details at properroyals.com. And then you target, I targeted, I think this time the target was 50 miles radius of Madison, 25-mile radius of Milwaukee. And that covered all the little towns we were just talking about and the suburbs. Okay. And then for anybody that ever wants to try it, so you could target your audience, you could target the age, the gender. I do 18 to 55 is where I cap it out at. I don't really know why. I just think about who I sell to, and I rarely sell to people over 55. And then I'm happy to sell to them. I just don't advertise to them. And then
why don't you like people over 55?
Right, that's screw them. They're done. I've had enough of them. And then I use the keyword targets of pets, reptiles, and tattoos. Those are the 3 that I target. So anybody that Meta feels, anybody that Meta feels has a shown proven interest in looking at reptile, pet, or tattoo content in those metro areas has likely seen an ad from Proper Royals.
Now, tattoos is an interesting. Is that from? We've had conversations on the show about adjacent industries.
Right. Yeah.
And is the idea of putting tattoos in there as a keyword? Is that a part of that? Is that an outgrowth of those conversations?
Yeah, it is. So there's 2 things. One, like in the Meta ad space, I can't put ball pythons, snakes, exotic pets. There's pets and reptiles and animals that like it's really generic. So this is really far more of an experiment than a, hey, here's what I found. Check this out. So, so then I'm just like, all right, let me look around the room in any given expo. I can't put blue hair in
right.
For anybody that doesn't know me, I'm saying this quite endearingly. Like I'm that guy. I just got old. That's all. Like I'm that person. I just grew up. I got old. So, but anyway, tattoos there's not like body piercing in the category of Meta. So tattoos the next closest one.
Okay.
So
all right. Gotcha.
Those are what I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're looking around, you're trying to find something that is very common in what people of the people that are there at shows.
Right.
Saying, okay, all right, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done this before?
Oh, the ads?
Yeah. I mean, it's
constantly. Yeah. Joe, we should do a show sometime on like the simple things that just nobody does. Like that's my life hack. Like, hey, Adam, how'd you get your first promotion in a restaurant? Well, I started cutting onions. Nobody else would do it. Like, it's just, the silly little things that nobody else will do. Or that I'm not even sure that they won't do. They just don't think that they should, or they don't want to, or they'd rather.
Or they don't think it works.
Right.
And it costs a little money, right? Like how much does it cost you to do a 50, for a couple of days?
I do 5 days at $7 a day. So $35. And this will be my second $35 ad that I've posted this year. But the first one I can quantify that I sold 3 snakes directly from. So I got around $800 in revenue from the $35 ad.
Well, I mean, come on.
I should do it every day, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I don't do it enough. Like I get annoyed that I don't do it enough. So the engagement's been pretty good on this one. Unfortunately, most of the inquiries have just been, hey, when does the expo start? So I'm actually just advertising for the expo rather than for Proper Royals. But it takes is,
that's all right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I want to be in. Like I say, get people in the door. I'll get them to my booth, kind of deal.
Yeah. Have you ever thought of this from Supreme Gecko?
Yeah, I see that. I should do that. I have this ingrained, and this is totally irrational. I understand. I have this so deeply ingrained dislike of running sales and discounts. It drives me bonkers. And it's from my restaurant days is what it is. Like the endless, it's a whole different science that I never have understood and I've never embraced. It doesn't mean I won't give somebody a discount. Like if you want to come haggle with me, come haggle with me. I love it. But no, I haven't thought about it, and I should. And by the way, Wally knows his stuff. Wally is one of the vendors on the scene, especially in Wisconsin. Like I could take a note here. No, I haven't. But maybe I will. I don't know.
Yeah. Something to think about. How about lacrosse? What happened there? Was that a good show for you?
Yeah, it was a very good show, and everything's relative. It wasn't the biggest amount of money that I've ever made, but it was the biggest amount of money I've ever made in lacrosse. So like it was kind of neat to see. So I liked it. Shout out to Chase. I met another breeder named Chase there that we did a little bit of business, which was cool. But yeah, I sold 6 snakes, 5 hours, good average. Get back home for dinner. It's great.
That's good. It takes 5 hours to get there? Or
No, the show was 5 hours.
Oh, 5 hours. Okay.
Yeah, it takes me about 2.5 hours to get to lacrosse. So 2.5 each way. The show's 5 hours. So I mean, it's a long day, but it's more than I used to make in 2 weeks at work. So that's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
not bad at all, man.
Well, that's good, man. It sounds like you're doing all right.
Life is a-okay. Now we'll see. So here's what I hate about those 5-hour drives, like to Madison. If I don't have a really strong Madison show, Joe, that is the longest drive home. Let me tell you, cruising the western Wisconsin countryside in early February, you need a little money in your pocket to feel good about that life decision. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm banking on Madison coming through for me here.
I have a good feeling. I don't know why. I have a good feeling about Madison. I'm excited to hear about it next week.
I feel like I'm doing the right stuff. All the million little things you do to prep for things. The inventory looks good. The snakes are healthy. I got pieds. I got some albinos. I got bright stuff. This is going to be a good show.
You are. It sounds like you are doing what you set out to do at the beginning of the year, which is tuning. It's fine tuning processes.
That's right.
Fine tuning stuff, and it sounds like you're doing it. So that's great.
All right. Ooh, Mad City. I didn't know that's what that was called. Wally, you vending there, and will I see you guys there? I asked like he can answer back over chat over vocal. I'll wait for the chat. But so Joe, what are you up to? What's your that wasn't even my one thing either, by the way. All right, Wally's gonna be there. Sweet. I gotta go hang out. Perfect. Now we're talking.
Now is Wally geckos, mostly geckos? That's what I'm picking up.
That's a Supreme Gecko, as a matter of fact. Yes.
Supreme Gecko. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, good. So not in direct competition with you.
No, and honestly, like there is competition from how much money's coming into the room and who's taking what proportion of that money. But like even within ball pythons, if somebody goes there wanting a sunset gene and I don't have sunset, sure, we're not really competing. We're selling different things. So I never look at it that way. I do want to take as much money out of the room as I can, but honestly, it's what I got. It's at the price I got. For example, somebody did get in touch with me and they were like, I'm looking for a pied and I have this much and this is my budget. And I nicely had to say to them, generally you could pick what you want or you could pick how much you're going to spend, but rarely do you get to go, I want this and I'm only going to spend this. And there was a wide range in what I felt he needed to spend and what he was going to spend. So like, I just had to send, I said, you know what? I don't breed just normal pieds from my pairings. They won't exist. I think this vendor over here does. They're very trustworthy. I think they'll get you taken care of, kind of thing. So I don't mind putting people in the right direction.
Yeah, there's a collegiality with the people that you want to prop up in the industry, though, too, right?
Yeah, and that I want to work next to. I don't actively undercut anybody else, but there are people that I'm like, if I do employ the rule. If I don't have anything nice to say, I just say, I don't know. Yes, I don't know. You have to look around. I'm not sure. So,
So let me ask you this, because I just looked up and this is focused on Wally, isopods. I had to look up isopods. This is my first dumb question.
Those are,
it looks like they're some kind of crustaceans.
Well, do you remember being a kid in Florida and we look for these things called roly polies? Do you remember those?
No.
Okay, well,
I didn't grow up in Florida, but
you didn't grow up in Florida. Okay, yeah. Well, we go in the woods and you look for these little we call them bugs back in those days and roly polies. Well, Big Roly Poly got together and they decided they needed a rebrand, and they rebranded to Isopods. And
oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, much like Big Ball Python got together and we were like, we need to call these morphs and genetics, guys. So isopods are they are I guess they're an insect. They're not. I don't think they're crustaceans. I'm not sure what genus and phyla they fall into, but they're wildly popular for both from a useful standpoint of bioactive enclosures. You can use them to clean your enclosure for you, but people like them for the species diversity. Man, bugs are making money, Joe. Let me tell you.
Really?
If you use my old math of like how many X per square feet can I fit from an efficiency standpoint and $1 per square foot standpoint, bugs are smoking it, my man. They are fantastic. Yeah, look at this.
I have so many questions.
6 for $500, my man. 6. Think you could bang out 6 roly polies, Joe, and make a little cash?
I don't know.
I love it, man.
I'm not sure.
I am jealous, dude. But yeah, there's like Wally said, man, the people that like the species diversity, again, color, pattern, contrast, you got them with the with isopods too. I'm sorry. Let me be more serious of the isopods. And there's big ones too, man. There's good size isopods that people like. So anyway, they're doing the thing, man. That's for sure.
That's great. So you guys are going to be there in Madison this weekend. So if you are in that area and you're listening, go and check that out for sure. And you get a chance to meet, if you haven't met any of these guys, you get a chance to meet them in person and, start a little relationship there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, come hang out. Yes, I want to sell, but I just like meeting people, seeing what's going on. I'll be in Madison all year at all of these, 3 or 4 of these. So it's yeah, this is great. The show behind the show is fantastic in the chat today. Yeah, come hang out too. Like it's about a community and camaraderie and hanging out. Maybe I'll sell you a snake, maybe I won't, but we'll see. So I'm looking forward to the Madison show, and provided there's no just terrible surprises, like I say, I'll go ahead and sign up and pay for the rest of the year to vend there all the other dates this year.
Oh, how often does it happen?
Off the top of my head, there's either 3 or 4 a year. So every 3-4 months kind of deal.
Wow, that's great. I mean, it must be good enough to have 3 or 4. That's great. What about, so when we get on here, if this is the first time you're checking us out, we get on here and we talk about our weeks, but we just keep it to kind of one thing. And so what's your one thing that you're thinking of that happened to you, or you're thinking about this past week, Adam?
Well, I thought of you, Joe, and more specifically, the lovely reminder that I've learned from that you've passed on from your father, which is you got to have continuous small treats, man. That's the beauty of life, right? The treat. Right, yeah. That's what we get into this for. When I travel out of town and I stay overnight for a show, I have a little treat when I get to town. And I like finding, I don't do this at home. I rarely go out and dine out here at home, but when I'm on the road, I like to find the best steakhouse in any given town. And I'm excited because it looks like Madison knows what it's doing with its steakhouse. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go spend a little money, get myself a little treat, get my head right for vending the next day. Man, let me tell you, I sleep really well after a nice steak, some red wine, a little potatoes, au gratin, maybe a iceberg wedge with the blue cheese on top, and then I go put myself to bed and I have a good day vending the next day. And I'm excited because it's been quite a while since I've been at an out of town overnight show where I get to go have just a fantastic steak at a great steakhouse. So I'm looking forward to it.
Have you picked out a spot?
Yeah, it's yes. That's after I find the venue, find the hotel. The next thing is the steakhouse.
Okay, and you're not going to say which steakhouse
I
you
don't have
chose?
it. If I see it on Google Maps, it's slightly northwest. It's about 3 miles northwest of the hotel. So I'll take an Uber over there, and I'll know where it's at. I don't recollect the name of it though. I can't shout them out yet.
Nice. Yeah. And it's always, to do those types of things and to go. So, it's work. You're working, right?
Right.
And there's a good part of working. That's good. But then there's other parts of working, which is it's tedious, it's hard, and it looks like unloading and loading, it might be a little bit of an issue here. So it's good to have at the end of that thing that small treat that you can look forward to, that you can go,
right.
See, did something. I'm going to go and I'm going to do this thing.
This is why I do this stuff. Yeah. Look at Josh from Herp and Harbins. Josh has had a steak with me in Tinley in Chicago before. This is what we do, man. There's a routine here, and it's almost a ritual, man. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's mostly an excuse to have a nice dinner, but I really enjoy it. I kind of get my head right. I usually just go sit by myself, get away from just a stranger in a different town. The other thing that I like is you could tell a lot by a restaurant about how they treat you. Now, I don't go out of my way to look, homeless or anything, but I'm also not strolling in wearing collars and jackets and polishing my shoes. Like, I work hard for my lifestyle and how I live. I'm gonna be myself, and it's really great to just see how long it takes, like, either the bartender or the service staff to finally take me seriously, because, like, if I'm in a steakhouse, is my money green enough? Like, either I'm paying it or I'm not, but then they'll hear me order wine, or they'll hear me order, and they kind of look, and then I'm like, I just call it the way it is. I'm in an Uber and I'm there to enjoy myself. I'm going to have good wine. I'm happy to pay for the good wine. I'm happy to pay for the good steak. And there's kind of this, like, they warm up and embrace me by the end of the evening, let's say.
Gotcha. That's great, man. That's fun. It's something to look forward to too,
Yeah.
I got a good feeling about Madison. That's great.
Yeah, I hope so. So anyway, but yeah, I thought when I was like, oh, I get the treats, man. I'm trying to think. It might have been Tinley, my last out of town overnight hotel show. Although it was probably Fargo. Fargo has a good steakhouse. I like it. Now I feel like this, like, dude on there. I'm like, let me rate the steakhouses in cities I've been to. So
I wouldn't put it past you to do that kind of thing.
I love it, man.
You're always looking for that side thing.
And that I love, like, my routines too. Like, I when I go to Fargo, I stay at the same hotel, I eat at the same steakhouse, same in Tinley. So I'm hoping we could check all the boxes in Madison, and that works.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
Before we run off of that real quick, Josh, is funny. Yeah. So in Tinley, Chicago, classic steakhouse, dark leather booths, all that stuff. They know when the snake convention comes to town. They're like, immediately we come in, they're like, you with the snake people? We're like, yeah. They're like, we love when you guys come to town. We're like, oh, the one place in the world we're, like, welcomed with open arms. So,
welcome, snake people.
But that's the one place where, like, if I'm wearing, like, jeans, a t-shirt, and a vest, they're like, and my Doc Martens or whatever, they're like, come on in. All the other steakhouses are like, what do you want? You want some water or something? I'll be like, no, I'll take the whatever cab, So anyway, it's kind of fun to see how it all shakes out.
We're doing a regular thing on Friday nights now. I mean, I think you do a regular thing on Friday nights, steaks at your house.
Normally, before this week, I'm not going to do it because I also have a dietary thing where red meat is not the best for me, so I have to think twice about when I want to have some red meat. Yeah,
we do filet Fridays. I know that you're
I'm a ribeye Friday guy. Yeah, you're doing filet Fridays though, huh?
Fridays, yeah, because Chelsea really likes, like, the lean cuts and stuff. So I grill them up, and it's fun.
Very nice. Okay, yes. Now I
remember. Did talk about the when we were at your house and those giant steaks that you grilled for us. It was incredible.
I love it. Ribeye Friday, guys. The doors are open. If you're ever in Northfield on a Friday night, just let me know. Generally, I'm cooking, and that's year round. I am not deterred by a Minnesota winter when it comes to my Ribeye Friday routine. I've got the grill and the BTUs to handle it, man.
Yeah.
So what's your fillet routine? What do you do with it? What's your angle on the fillet?
We don't. I just put them on the grill and I grill them up and that's it. I
You
just
do some
put 'em
salt,
in
pepper, olive oil. You gotta do something. Just
I don't.
plain old meat, just straight meat. No, you don't even season it.
No, and I know that you like to season it and everything, but I don't like to season it. I like to
Just like riding an airplane
meat.
without even like a cell phone or something. You just sit there with your fillet, like not even like.
No, it tastes good on its own.
Okay.
Actually, it's wrapped in where we get them from. It's wrapped in bacon.
Okay, so you got a little flavor going on it. The next thing I was going to ask is now what's your purveyor of choice? Where are you getting these fine fillets from?
Yeah, it's a butcher called Land and Sea.
Nice works. You're going to a butcher on it, huh?
Yeah, it's like but they of course they have seafood there as well. So actually we do shrimp and steak from that place.
Okay,
and,
so that's a little different than just meat on the fire. You got bacon wrapped, fillet with a little surf and turf action.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And then good for you, man.
Yeah, we do fingerling potatoes and some vegetable. We did some green beans this last week. So it's really nice, and the kids are there and they know it's Filet Friday. So.
Oh, sweet! How long you been doing this? And I have to, just for my own ego, do I get a little credit for this new tradition there at the Joe Chelsea household?
We do talk about the steaks that you have made, and actually, Aiden is used to was like. What kind of steaks did Adam bring to us? Like he likes the larger ribeye,
right,
fillets and stuff. So I could tell, like he's like, what were those steaks? Maybe we should go to those types of steaks.
Excellent. I'm glad I made a good impression on the boy. This is good.
Yeah. So, but only like we've talked about it, but Aiden had like football on Fridays and everything,
right.
And then. It wasn't until just like a few weeks ago that we actually instituted this policy, the steak policy on Fridays.
Reward yourself, man. Like last night, I ate rice and canned beans. Man, I do love rice and black beans. Oh, so good. But but there's a little difference between rice and beans and the fillet and the ribeye. So I'm looking forward to it. So tomorrow night, now you back on for tomorrow night on the fillets?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
we'll be good for tomorrow night. Yeah. And actually, and this is the reason why we do it on Fridays. On Fridays, Land and Sea has like a special deal.
There you go
on the fillets. So we go and we get those, and they're good fillets, and So I'm looking forward to it. Small treats, everybody. Small treats.
Reward yourself. Don't go crazy. Just a little something to work for all through the week. A little light at the end of the tunnel. I like it.
Yeah. So what do you?
Well, I was gonna say, like, let's pull back the curtain for a minute, Joe. We don't have to get specific here. Do you and I have a contract?
A contract? A written contract?
A written contract?
No.
Do you do? You see the little stop sign octagon when you're in your multi-ton vehicle powered by literal internal explosions going on with gasoline? Do you think twice about the other person? Do you really think twice about whether they're going to obey their little red octagon, or do you just do your part and you just go, right? Or not? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've become more conscious of other people since moving to Florida. I think Floridian drivers think that they're the best drivers in the world, and they really kind of stink. So
all right. So I'm setting the stage here. I've had this idea, and it of course has to have boundaries and guardrails. But we go I hear so many times, like, just wait here in the chat. I'm about to push a button and the chat's about to fire up. We hear so much times in life, like, don't trust anybody, trust no one. You can't, it's me against the world. I did everything on my own. And there's nothing wrong with that as a work ethic and that as a driving force. But the fact is, whether we want to or not, our lives require so much trust. And when we think about trust, we go, trust nobody, control everything. But really, we control nothing. If you get on a highway and drive, you are doing nothing but living on hope and trust, man. It doesn't, I mean, sure, put your seatbelt on, sure, drive the biggest vehicle on the road, but by and large, you're living on hope and trust. And so I get thinking about things and I'm like, why not just use trust as a strategy? I mean, you can't put yourself in a place to get taken advantage of. I'm not going to trust people so much that I just leave my front door open. So, I do have cameras. And oh, by the way, Ring has upgraded their camera technology. Like yesterday upgraded it. I used to there's motion at my front door. Yesterday, I took out the trash, came back in, there was a Ring alert. There is a male with a trash bag on your walkway approaching the front door.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Ring just updated some things. So I'm not saying like just go through life getting ready to be taken advantage of, but I am saying I think especially when it comes to relationships, trust as a strategy could be a really, really rewarding scenario. And I love as a matter of fact, watch this segue. I love the relationships that I have with people like Heart of the Python, Husbandry Pro, Cold Blooded Cafe. Believe it or not, most people don't believe me. No contracts anywhere. All handshake agreements. Everybody here because they want to be here. They could walk away any moment. I could walk away from them any moment. I've worked with November was just 4 years with Cold Blooded Cafe that way. And
yeah, okay.
It's a tighter, I feel like the faith in the relationship is so much stronger when you go, okay, you shake hands and you go, do we need to mess with anything else or do we just need to get to work? And you just get to work, man. And it's been a really cool strategy for me. Now, I arrived at that place by saying, is the cost to enforce a contract legally and the time and the money required, does it outweigh the value of the contract? Then I don't need a contract. Like, I don't want to burst anybody's bubbles of the impressions here, but if Cold Blooded Cafe walks away tomorrow and I go, you owe me for the rest of the year, and they go, no, it's going to cost me way more to get a lawyer and time to pursue this in a court in whatever state decides it has jurisdiction. Like sometimes you just got to get on with the best scenario that you have, and that takes trust. Is my point.
Okay, trust as a strategy. Okay,
yeah.
So okay, I think I'm not making quite the connection that I think that I should be making here.
How about this? Let me put it the opposite way.
Go. Okay.
Put it the opposite way. Don't waste time on distrust. How about that? The amount of time and effort that we waste on distrust, I think, can be applied to much better things. So it's one of those logic things. If this statement's true, then the contrapositive, I believe, is true. So the contrapositive, which is a logic term, you could Google it, would be don't waste time on distrust. Ergo, spend time on trust.
Spend time on trust. Don't waste time on distrust. Don't waste time on distrust.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are how do you build trust then? I mean, and who are the people that you trust? And who are the people that you do need contracts for? And who are the people that you don't need contracts for?
Well, I don't have any contracts. There is one company and they're great and it's pretty super corporate and they're huge. And so I think it's just an HR scenario. Our good friends at Palm Street. I do have a contract with Palm Street. I haven't looked at it since April of 2024. and neither have they. And we've renewed many times, and I've not ever signed another thing. So apparently once was good, and then it's not needed after that. But so basically, like, what I'm saying is, I hear people say, we're getting into this, but we're drawing up the contract. And I'm like, dude, you're running a podcast from your basement. What's enforceable here? What are you going to do? And yes, people will take advantage of people. I'm not saying to not get yourself taken advantage. I'm not saying to go out and get yourself taken advantage of. Most people come through though. So if people want to make payments to me, I let them make payments to me. The animal stays with me, so there's a trust but verify. And some people come through and some people don't. And way more. I could think on one hand the people that haven't come through yet. The sales that I've made on payments is a really big part of my business. So like that trusting really works out. If I don't trust somebody, I'm probably not going to do business with it. I'm not going to go, I don't trust this person, so let me draw up a contract. I go, I don't trust this person,
I'm not going to do business with them.
Goodbye. Yeah. So if it requires trust, no, big stack of cash cures trust. I don't have to trust them if they buy, if we do business and it's done and it's in a vacuum. But if it's ongoing business, now that's not to say that there's not goals, expectations. Heart of the Python, they know I'm going to cut a promo for them. They know I'm going to promote their brand on Instagram and Facebook with reposts and shout outs when I can. And if they're running specials or features, I'll highlight it and I'll update it. Agreements is different. But that doesn't require trust. That's just an agreement of, hey, I'm going to give you money and you're going to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, so there's trust. And then I guess there's different forms of trust. Like there's brand trust. There's very good people that I've said, I don't think I should advertise for you. Not because you're not a good person. Our brands just don't align, or I don't feel like I could properly represent isopods. I'm clearly not educated in it. I don't want to look like just
you call them roly polies. That's not good.
I have joyous memories of finding roly polies in the Florida woods when I was growing up. Okay. So, and of course, Jim brings up, an investment purchase. Yeah. If you have 6-figure arrangements, you're going to need a contract, but that goes back to my math. Is 6 figures more than what it's going to cost me to get the lawyer to enforce it? Yes, it is. Okay. I probably need that contract.
Yeah.
But I just see people waste so much time, energy, effort, being off-putting about how little, I'm so tough. I don't trust anybody. Okay, cool. I'll be over here, not near you. You know what I mean? Like how unwelcoming,
Yeah. Okay. So I use contracts and the work that I do.
Yeah.
But it's because I think there's a certain there's a vagueness to the stuff that I do that needs to be spelled out. This is what I'm going to do for you, and this is what I'm not going to do for you, and this is what you're going to do for me, and this is the amount that I expect to have in order to do these things that I'm doing. Right. So it's like, for me, the contracts are an outline of my responsibilities and their responsibilities.
Sure. It's all encompassing. Here's the goals, here's the anticipation, and here's the fee.
But when the transaction, I think I'm dealing with, I don't know, maybe I'm not. I'm dealing with, most of them have, hundreds of employees, like So there's a certain criteria, I think, that when you should and you shouldn't use this right. strategy, though, right?
Well, what just clicked in my mind with the little smile that came across my face, this hobby industry, in some ways it's very big, but really it's very small, and it's very almost grassroots, bootstrapped, Wild West. Like, these are like, okay, let's just say for easy round numbers, I gross $100,000 a year. For a business that's petty change. Like I go to the bank and I was working out an arrangement for a line of credit, and it was very big money in my life. And the banker was like, I don't even know why we're putting all this effort into it. He's like, we'll just draw this up. We'll get you taken care of. And I was like, okay.
Right.
So these are very big numbers to us and big agreements to us, but in the big scope of business, they're really not big things.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to say that it's not worth protecting. I'm saying most of us don't have the experience or the legal structure that, say, a state university in Florida is going to have to. There's no one entity at the university that you could go, I'm looking you in the eye. It's you and me.
Right. Yeah.
Is that the accounts payable? Is that HR? Is it another adjunct professor? Is it a department head? I don't know. Whereas in my industry, I could go. So that's part of why I like Tinley so much. Every person in the room is an owner. I could go right to the owner. I could go right to the person, shake their hand. We see each other eye to eye. Are we going to do business or not?
It's an analogy that I'm working with. It's this book that I just read called Banknotes and Shin Plasters. And it's about
hang on, slow down. Banknotes and what?
Shin plasters.
What are shin plasters?
Shin plasters. Shin. So this is what the book says. The book. This is before we had a common national currency that came about in during the Civil War.
Correct.
So before the Civil War, there were all different kinds of
each state minted. Yeah, that's right.
Each state had their own minted, and so you really had to be our knowledge of money. Or American knowledge of money had to be very, very sophisticated. And so, because sometimes those banknotes they said they could be redeemed for specie, silver or anything that backs, or the precious metal that backs those banknotes. But sometimes they could not be backed by those things. So some of it was valuable and some of it was not trusted.
Right.
So you had to be very, very careful about which banknotes that you took, and to redeem them for an actual thing that they represent, to redeem them for specie. Sometimes you'd be living in Pennsylvania and you get a banknote from Michigan. Right. And so that would lessen the value of the banknote, because I'm not going to go to Michigan and redeem this money.
It's a higher risk. Now you got to convince somebody to take that Michigan note.
So this literacy of money and where it comes from became very, very sophisticated during that time. And so all of these factors of, do I trust this person? Do I know this person that I'm going to receive these banknotes for? That was all a part of the negotiation of. So there were two negotiations. How much are you going to give me for this thing that I'm going to give you? And do I know this person, and do I trust this person enough to accept the banknotes that they're taking from me? And now this is just on my mind, so maybe I'm trying to make an analogy that is not actually there. Yeah,
it was actually my final argument. Here's my spoiler. We all trust that these little paper green things mean something. It's literally the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. We are trusting that means something. We trust that when we put the little plastic piece up to our little phone and the money flies in the air, that we could go buy ribeyes and fillets with it on Friday night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so that's where I go to. We spend so much time not trusting, supposedly, but we go through life doing nothing but trusting. You get on an air, the amount of trust it takes to get on an airplane? Put me in a bus with wings and have one dude control all 400 of our lives, and then make sure the physics works to keep it in the air. I don't know. It's unbelievable how much effort people put into not trusting and then go trust. But let me give a flip side of it, and I won't name any names because I think the person is either in the audience or was earlier. I had posted a rack for sale, and they said, hey, I'm really interested in it, but I'm a few hours away. It could be a week or two before I pick it up. And I said, look, I got no problem holding it, but you got to pay for it. I'm not going to just sit on this rack. And in text, I don't know how those things come across. I hope I was respectful. That's a very reasonable thing to say, right? And I had no problem that I said that. And the rack sold, no problem, fine. I didn't know that person had been following me on Instagram, that all the marketing things, all the Proper Cup of Joe stuff we talk about every week had been working. And this person was somebody that wanted to support Proper Royals. Fast forward a few weeks, I meet them at an expo. We do good business. We've we've built a little community, friendship, and relationship. I regret that I didn't sell the rack to that guy, because I've never heard back from the person that I sold the rack to. Yet the guy that wanted to buy the rack has become a customer and now talks about, hey, what could I check out the shop? Let's figure out breeding pens in the future. That's the guy I should have sold the rack to. Thankfully, I didn't lose the opportunity, because yes, it's business, but it's also camaraderie. It's a cool person here in my region. They're, so like, I'm glad that they saw past that and thought that was a reasonable thing for me to say. But in retrospect, what I should have said, given all that I know now, is, look, man, okay, it doesn't cost me anything for that rack to sit here. I got the space. If you're going to be here and you say you're going to be here, or there's probably a middle ground where I should have said, here's my concern. Can you ease that concern for me a little bit? Yeah. And maybe it would have started a conversation, and then I would have heard, well, I follow you here. I check in with you here on Proper, I'm this guy or whatever, versus me just going, not a chance, put up or shut up,
Yeah. So this is interesting, and it goes back to this whole banknotes and shin plasters.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Shin plasters, by the way.
I just got the note on it. Yeah, look at this. I like this. Go ahead, Joe.
Usually issued not by banks, but by businesses. So let's say you're a barber and you issue them a shin plaster to come, they can come back at some point, and
a gift card.
Right. But what was interesting about this national currency, standard national currency, was that so oftentimes familiarity trumped prejudices, right?
Sure.
So you would go. So let's say you are. Let's say you're. So.
Let's say I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt into a steakhouse.
Yeah. If you are familiar with them, just like the guys in Tinley, right? Or the people in Tinley, they know that the snake people are in town. Familiarity trumps you walking in with a t-shirt and jeans.
Right.
So just like familiar, I would be more apt if I was a person who lived in like a place that had slaves, or the place that where men were treated better over women, right? I would trade more with a woman than I would with a man who came from out of town.
Oh, right, because of the familiarity.
Familiarity trumped all of the prejudices that I might have if I lived during that time.
Well, let me tell you, that's still true, though. That whole exercise with the bank and getting lines of credit set up, that was based on that banker getting to know me, which is today. He set up a line of credit based on my livestock, which, spoiler, is snakes. Like, how crazy is that? It's incredible and great. It's wonderful,
It is something that I think it's still true, but I think it's truer of smaller markets, though.
Yes, it's small town charm and familiarity in business that way. Yeah, definitely.
Not just spaces like small towns, but like industries, like
yours, right? Nice.
So that's a smaller group of people dealing with a smaller market, right?
Right.
So these kinds of this familiarity becomes much more important. So your idea of trust as a strategy, I think, really works in smaller markets. I think it really works in smaller industries. larger industries, yeesh, you know,
right.
that might be difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. And I couldn't, and again, in our industry, you could get to the owners, but like, say I was advertising for supermarkets, like there's no owner of, maybe there
Right.
is,
Yes.
you know what I mean? But there's no owner
Yeah.
of,
Yeah. I know
of
what you're saying.
Aldi, you know, there's a board, there's shareholders, there's a publicly traded company, blah, blah, blah. Whereas I could go to, Cold Blooded Cafe and say, I love your product. I'm interested in knowing your process. I've been a customer. I have this space that I think can bring value to you. Can I meet with you at Tinley? Yes, you can. It turns out by a big coincidence, they vend of 700 vendors at Tinley, they vend adjacent to me is where my table always is.
So it doesn't completely go away with larger markets though, because when and this is just me pontificating, because like even when you're dealing with a large company, right?
Pope Joe.
You deal with a large company that like you know that Amazon is going to deliver, you know that Walmart has the stuff, you know that, and so you're kind of more familiar with that. So as the market gets bigger, as the market spaces and the marketplaces and the industries that you're dealing with get bigger, you want to deal more with the people, with even the companies that are more familiar, that are like tried and true, that have been there for a while, that you test the waters with, and you get to know them a little bit more. But what happens with that though is that there's less personal interplay, right? There's less getting to know someone on the other end of the line, but you are getting to know the large company, the industry, and what that industry or what that company can do for you.
Right. You trust in the products and the brand versus the person. Or it's a different place on that spectrum of trust.
Right. Yeah.
Very cool. I like that tie-in with the history and the money, man. That was nice show prep, man. I like that, dude.
Well, it is what I'm studying recently. So.
But that stuff is right up people that don't know, I have a degree in history, and mine was in my focus. I loved frontiers, and that's a great example of what a frontier would be, where countries were developing, cities, states were developing, and money and currency is a huge part of that, and the economics of frontiers. And I see, oddly enough, I see the reptile and snake world as a frontier. We do deal in money and cash, but we also deal in, hey, I have a podcast, you have rats, let's talk. There is that currency and that type of relationships as well. So you got me. I'm gonna have to go check out that book. You got me going on that. That's pretty good.
It's okay. It's a good book. I learned a lot from it, but it's not a great read, so
here's how my crazy mind works. Outside of Huck Finn, one of my favorite books I've ever read was about the rubber boom in Brazil, and it's in a remote town called Manaus, and the frontier that took place in Manaus, which was just I can't even say on air that would have anything appropriate to fit, but it was a blast. It's a Wild West in the outback of the Amazon. Yeah. So guys, before we head out today, check out Cold Blooded Cafe. Don't turn away. They've just lowered their prices. They're just working on a big campaign. If you've seen any of my channels, you've probably seen it. Lower prices. You're going to get free shipping on any orders over $200 as long as you use that promo code proper11. It doesn't expire. It's not a one-time code. Order your $200. You're going to get free shipping every time on that. So go check out Cold Blooded Cafe. Heart of the Python, that's Bill and Kate Peever. They are out of Massachusetts. Kate is working on Monarch and Puzzle, Bill on Monsoon projects, and the kids are working on Sunset and Clown. But check this out on TikTok. Their brand is called Heartline, and it's a very similar logo, but that is their line of animals that they are breeding purely for temperament to grow our hobby and our industry. And smartly build their own customer base as well, which I think is really insightful, and it's a really great purpose-driven focus for that brand. Last but not least is Husbandry Pro. How are you going to track everything? Joe, I got like 60 females pairing this year. Who knows who's doing what with who, man? You got to track it in Husbandry Pro, man.
Husbandry Pro, that's the way to go.
Got to do. It's there digitally. You know what's going to be going on. Also, Husbandry Pro powers properroyals.com. The inventory that is on properroyals.com is managed through Husbandry Pro. It is a full reptile management software suite, and it's wildly affordable, wildly feature driven. There's not tiers that you pay for it. You pay for one subscription, you get the whole shebang. So go check out Husbandry Pro. You can use the promo code PRoyal60, get yourself 60 free days on it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. The audience is really what keeps everything truly going. And
Yes.
Joe, you show up every morning, man. I don't know what it's going to take to get rid of you. I've tried all the tricks, so thank you. And
it's fun. I love this community. Love starting my day on Thursday like this. So I appreciate it. And we'll see you all next week.
All right. Sounds good, man. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the Filet Friday. I don't know. I got to enjoy the Filet Friday, man. I say hey to everybody there around the table. I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Come out to Madison if you're in the area, guys. See ya.